Hi, my name is John Hamilton, and I want to just bring an encouraging and practical word about finances that has been very helpful in our community here in Montevideo, Uruguay, where we're working. When I was married 30 years ago, somebody gave me a book by an author named Ron Blue. It was called Master Your Money. This was the most important advice on finance that I ever received, and some older men in our congregation helped me to learn how to apply it, and I've been reading Ron Blue from time to time ever since. It's been very helpful to me. Ron Blue teaches a number of things, and the most basic guiding principle is that God is the owner of all of our resources. Psalm 24:1 makes that very clear, that God is the creator, and he owns everything. And while that seems simple, to actually live in that kind of confidence and trust is a challenge. But once we're moving forward into that, then there's a simple way to understand our budget where there are 4 uses for money. All the money you will ever touch, use, spend, all the money that passes through you fits into one of 4 categories. And those categories, say author Ron Blue, are live, give, owe, grow. Live, give, owe, and grow. Live is everything that it takes for you to live. Everything you spend on simply living your life. If it's buying food, paying for electricity, getting on the bus, putting gas in the car. And so what are your living expenses? Give is simple. Give is what are you giving away to help somebody else in a children's home or a family member or somebody else who needs help that you're assisting, maybe giving to work through your church or to some mission organization. And so you have places where you give. Owe can really be divided into 2 subcategories: owing the taxes that we have and owing the debts that we have acquired. And then the 4th category is grow. So live, give, owe, grow. Grow is our savings or investments, things that allow our money to grow. And so while that seems simple enough, it's a challenge to put your budget and all of your money into one of those categories. And seeing that, we realize that most of us wish that we were giving more and growing more. But the only way to do that is to shrink the owe or to shrink the live. You shrink the live to give. You shrink the owe to grow. And so how do you do that? And Ron Blue suggests that there are 5 basic habits, and they go pretty much in order, and they have to be in place if you're going to have this transformation in your finances where you can begin to move forward. And the very first is the simplest of all. It is the basic fundamental principle. Well, the guiding principle, philosophy, is that God owns it all. But the first guiding practical habit is to spend less than you earn. Spend less than you earn. If you're not able to do that, you will never get ahead. And so find that discipline, spend less than you earn. The second habit is to avoid debt. And the debts that you're into, begin to get out of them. Get those debts to be smaller and smaller, start to pay them down. But so you spend less than you earn, you avoid debt, and then you begin to create margin. Creating margin, the first bit of margin that you and I want to create is an emergency fund, maybe 3 months worth of savings set aside. An emergency fund is always being used up. Why is it being used up? Because emergencies happen. Emergencies will happen, and it needs to be funded. And then that emergency fund slowly grows, and you're able to save, hopefully, for some other things. So you're spending less than you earn, you're avoiding debt and eliminating debt. You're creating some margin. You begin to establish goals for short-term and long-term. Maybe you need to replace the washing machine, the refrigerator, something that you know down the road. You begin to establish those goals and set the money aside little by little. And the 5th habit that's a part of the whole package is to give generously. And giving is a tool that amazingly enough enables us to, it empowers our goal setting and our management of our money, and it's a strong step of faith that we're trusting God. And so remember those 4 ways. You can live, give, owe, grow. That's where all of your money is. And how do you rearrange the sections of your pie chart? And that's taking to heart the 5 habits. Spend less than you earn, avoid debt, create margin, establish goals, and give generously. I hope this is very helpful to you. And you can check out on our website, go into the messages and look for finances. And you'll find 3 practical messages to help you go deeper in this area. Thank you.